Hello everybody, Arie here, and in this video I'm going to be sharing with you an amazing niche opportunity in the e-commerce space. We're going to be breaking down an example of a store that's worth over $1 million. As a disclaimer though, in this case that is just an estimate. I couldn't really find any sort of valuation numbers or any traffic data on this store, but I've been seeing them around for a while and I know that they're causing a lot of buzz in the celebrity world because of the niche that they're selling in. So first we're going to go over their website design and branding, then we're going to go over their social media strategy, and then finally we'll get to their paid media strategy so that you can learn as much as possible from them and potentially tackle this niche opportunity before it's too late. So let's get right into it and not waste any time. But of course, if you do enjoy this content, then make sure to subscribe for more. So here we go. The brand is called Funboy and it's a really cool brand actually. What it is they sell pool floats. So a bunch of different types of floats that you can put in your pool. They're very original, and this is actually kind of an interesting niche, right? Like I've never seen a float specific brand. So not only are they selling floats, but they're also creating this whole like vibe, and I'm pretty sure they're kind of a dual brand. So they're an e-commerce brand, but they also throw a lot of events. So they're like an event planning brand, which makes a lot of sense since the products that they sell are catered to pool parties, which is really cool. So obviously this is kind of a luxury niche if you think about it, because I mean, the people that have pools tend to have a decent amount of money, and some of these are really big and expensive, like this giant cabana day club, for example. It's $400, but it is really cool. And to be honest with you, that's actually not that expensive considering like what it is. Like that would be really fun to have a party in with your friends. You know, you could just chill in there and have a really nice time. So the branding is really amazing. Again, it's extremely simple, which is what we see with a lot of these 7-figure brands. Is they're not very spammy, they're very clean and aesthetic, and they're also sort of lifestyle brands. So obviously, as you can see, they're giving you the vibe that you're gonna be able to feel when you buy their product, which is this like luxurious, like chill pool vibe. It's really cool. And yeah, again, it's not very complicated. Like this product doesn't really need too much explaining. So they just really focused in on the product photography, which is a great idea for your brand. Like a lot of times you don't really need to add so much descriptive stuff. Just make sure that your images are top notch and you're gonna be able to get a higher conversion rate. So I wanna point out something that's really clever that they're doing, but before we do that, I wanna show you why this is actually a really great niche opportunity right now. So as you can see, this is obviously a seasonal product, right? This would be much more useful in the summer. That's probably when most people are gonna be shopping for stuff like this. But when summer does come, look at how fast this niche spikes. Like literally, it's actually an insane spike whenever summer comes around. And as you can see right now, it's the beginning of spring and this trend is just starting to pick up. And look at how fast it's gonna go up. So you have a bunch of time still to capitalize on this trend and make a really good amount of money, make a really awesome seasonal brand. And what's crazy is that if you actually look at the trend, we can see that every year this trend gets bigger and bigger. So, you know, for example, here in 2017, it was getting pretty big. Then in 2020, it just exploded, but then it went down a little bit in 2021, most likely because of the pandemic. But guess what? Now the pandemic restrictions are lessening. So I truly expect this niche to blow up way more than even in 2020 this year. I do feel like this summer is going to be great in terms of social events and stuff like that. So this is a perfect niche that you could get in. And again, this is just to give you ideas of potential niche opportunities, right? Like pool floats, but just like I said, social events is a really wide niche. So you could try to figure out opportunities in that general niche and so that you can get a little bit more specific with who you're trying to serve. And that's exactly what they've done. So the thing that I wanted to point out on their brand that I think is really genius is their announcement bar here. So they're saying festival party shop, spend $200 and get a free vintage Cali tube float. So if we take a look at their vintage Cali tube float, it's like $39, but if you spend $200, they're gonna give it to you for free. So that is an amazing offer, guys, and that's one of the things that you need to be testing for your store if you want to be able to scale, are irresistible offers. So something like this is a really amazing offer because not only Are you able to get people to spend more money on your store? But the fact that you're going to give them something for free, the word free is so powerful. It's going to make people convert just so that they can get something for free. Because if you think about it, if they're already on your store, chances are they landed here because they saw an ad from you. So they already are somewhat interested in buying something. But now if you tell them you're going to give them something for free just for buying stuff, which they were already thinking about doing, it really pushes them over the edge. So really keep that in mind. If you can find another product that is complementary to the products that you're selling, then you can offer that for free and get a really nice average order value and conversion rate boost. And by the way, for those of you that are trying to scale your store, maybe you're already doing 20,000 a month, 30,000 a month, I do offer a service now called Ecommerce, and it's pretty cool because it's an agency consulting hybrid. So what I would do is I would help your business in any way that I can through consulting, but then I would also get my media buying team and content team to create some custom content for you and test it with TikTok ads, which is one of the best opportunities right now for a business. It's actually pretty insane the effect that running successful TikTok ads can make on your overall business and on all the ads that you're running, whether it be Google, Pinterest, Facebook. Having those low CPMs on TikTok really allows you to scale your business, basically how it was with Facebook back in 2019, right? I'm really excited about this and I'm really looking forward to working with some amazing brands. For example, Funboy, I would love to work with you. I know that we could scale this to the moon with TikTok. I mean, some of this imagery is just incredible and I know that it would hit really hard on TikTok. But anyways, I wanted to mention that quick because it's something I'm really excited about. And really this year, I'm just on a mission to help as many people out as possible, beginners and advanced business owners. So now that we've broken down their website design and branding, let's take a look at their social media and see what they're doing right and maybe what they could even be improving on. So first of all, Instagram is one of their biggest social media channels. And as you can see, they're doing quite well on here. They're really representing the vibe of, leisure and luxury. It's a really cool pool party vibe. I honestly love this aesthetic. And as you see here, they're also starting to capitalize a little bit on Instagram Reels. So they're doing pretty well on that front. Not incredibly. I think maybe they could be testing a little bit more. But either way, they're starting to take advantage of it, which is great. But one thing I think they could be doing better, even though this is really nice in terms of the aesthetic, I think they could be a little more personal. I think this brand could lend itself to a lot of really funny memes or just more party scenes and stuff like that. I think even though this is great, I think they could sprinkle in a little bit of what you would call shit posting in there, like some funny memes related to summer coming and stuff like that, or just overall educating people. I mean, we've talked about that a lot when we've looked at 8-figure brands. When brands get to this 8-figure level, you can really see that they start to focus a lot more on educating their consumers and building this community as opposed to just selling an image, which I actually think is one of the best marketing methods. It's just to educate your customers. But that's about it on their Instagram. Their second biggest social media channel is actually Pinterest. So that's actually a really cool channel and they're getting 400,000 monthly views on here. Honestly, I think that could be even more as well if they started to maybe run some ads, but that's obviously still pretty impressive. It's just that we've seen brands like Warmly Decor that are like drop shipping brands that get 10 million plus monthly visitors. Of course, the niche does lend itself to that, like home decor definitely pops off on Pinterest, but still I think they could be capitalizing more on their Pinterest and maybe posting a little more, posting some of the reels that they've been posting on Instagram. Those would do really well on Pinterest. But like I said, this is a seasonal product, so it makes sense that right now maybe it's not their peak and this summer they're really gonna pop off. So I'm excited to check back in on this brand maybe in the peak of summer and see how they're doing. And then lastly, they got Facebook as well, but they're not really doing anything on Facebook. They're hardly even posting. So let's take a look at their paid ads that they're running on Facebook, because they're actually pretty big on Facebook ads and they have a ton of different results that we can get some inspiration from, especially if you're thinking of launching a brand in this space. So first things first, they got some carousel ads, really great. I actually think it's a really smart idea to test out some image ads, not just video ads. Everybody talks about video ads and they are amazing because you can educate your customer a little more, but that doesn't mean image ads don't work, and it doesn't mean that you shouldn't be testing image ads. So their headline is "Slay this festival season with Funboy's luxury floats and accessories for the ultimate party vibe." So interestingly enough, they're really targeting festivals. So I think maybe one of their channels is like wholesale to sell to these big festivals and events, which is really interesting. And you don't really think about business to business relationships too much when it comes to e-commerce brands, but it is a big market. Quick inflation and deflation, built to last, clean and safe materials. So those are some decent benefits. I mean, I can see that they're trying really hard to find some benefits in a floaty, but again, like floaties are pretty self-explanatory. That's a pretty cool ad. That's a cool ad too. That's actually pretty nice. I don't like that headline too much. A beach bag, but make it fun, boy. I guess that's kind of funny though, because that's her brand name. See, like, this is cool, but I could see that this maybe wouldn't perform the best on Facebook, you know, like it's just too produced. And I'm not gonna lie, it feels like the best types of ads nowadays are the ones that don't feel like an ad. And this definitely does feel like an ad. But I like that headline, have the wildest party of summer with this crazy comfy floating disco dome. Super simple, very clean. I really, really like that. The world's first and only floating day club. This looks like a drop shipping ad right here. Create the ultimate exclusive oasis with this crazy comfy floating daybed. The ultimate summer vibe for your best summer ever. Pretty cool. The perfect float for people who just want to get a little wet. That's pretty good. So these are all really great headline ideas and ad ideas, and truthfully, I really do think they could be doing much better on these types of ads. These aren't that fun. I mean, they're kind of all the same, and I'm sure it's working decently well, but I think they should be using some of these reels that they have that are doing well as ads. Like, for example, this one. Like, that's a really, I think this is a really good ad, honestly, because it's not like an ad, right? So I feel like this would actually get a high click-through rate and really low clicks and CPMs overall. But that's about it, guys. This got a little bit long, but I really hope that you learned something from it. I definitely did. I love going through these brands and trying to pick them apart and try to find room for improvement. It's good training for me and also good education for you guys, hopefully. So with that said, if you like this video, then I want you to give it a like, and also I want you to check out some of the links in the description. Amazing resources there, and we even got an official Shopify partners link, so I'm pretty proud of that. But that's about it. Hope you have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Peace.